Sports Spring Night as well. And we're going to have the lights cut back on here. We're going to get to some basketball very, very shortly. Glad that you are with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. As you see the Smoky Mountain Mustangs coming out dressed in their gray uniforms tonight. Callie Queen is actually going to get the start as you see her with the leg brace. She obviously can't play, but maybe a few seconds here. But since she is a senior, has not played all season, but was a 3-year starter coming in, they will let her handle the basketball briefly. And I'm almost assured that Smoky Mountain agreed to this. Callie Queen able to get a bucket. The clock did not start. It's a commemorative bucket. And then we'll have another jump ball. As I mentioned, the Panthers come in at 7-3 and are looking to secure a second seed in the Mountain 7 Conference Tournament, which will begin next Friday right here at the Panther Den. Almost guaranteed 2 games here at the Den. Open it up. Bristol Brooks has control on the opening tip. She has it up top. Gonna swing it over. D-Hart into the corner it goes to Peyton Beatty. Peyton gives it up to Brooks, who drives in. Lifts a shot at the free throw line that is off the mark, and it's going to kick over to the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. We are really glad that you are with us tonight. It's going to be a fun-filled evening of basketball. We're going to celebrate seniors for all the winter sports. It's also going to be celebrating the accomplishments of the Macon Middle School girls and boys basketball team. In the paint, scoop shot is up and good by Kaylee Broom as the Mustangs get the scoring going. Top of the key 3 would not go. It is a jump ball underneath, and the possession arrow is going to be to the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. George Young, along with our fantastic FPSN crew tonight, as the ball is batted out of bounds by Bristol Brooks. Hartbarger picking up with some press early on. Mustangs able to break the press and bring it up court. Top of the key, a 3 wouldn't go. Mustangs able to grab the rebound underneath, and the shot is off the mark. But they did whistle a foul on a Panther. It's going to send Braylon Mulligan to the line for a couple shots. Mulligan can't hit the first. And she'll get one more. Foul was on the Panthers' Aubrey Haley. She's a senior. Got the start on senior night. Second shot is up and good by Mulligan. So the Mustangs are up 3-0 early on. Josie D-Hart in the corner. They'll kick it up top. It's Bristol Brooks. Kicks it outside the arc. A 3 that's blocked by Clemens. Gets her own blocked shot back briefly, but Smoky is going to come out with it. Down court, wild shot at the paint wouldn't go for the Mustangs. And it's D-Hart coming down with the rebound. Josie D-Hart, senior, also getting the start. Bristol Brooks driving in. She's going to kick out after she lost control. Double team in the corner. McKenna Plemons, top of the key. Wouldn't go from beyond the arc. Rebound, Beatty gives it up. Brooks, teardrop, got it to go. Bristol Brooks gets the scoring going for the Panthers as she gets the bucket from the baseline. The corner 3 wouldn't go for Mulligan. Brooks comes down with a rebound. Drives in wildly and looks like she's going to get bailed out with a blocking foul on the Mustangs. Yep, they're going to whistle a foul, I believe, on Shania. Is it on? Yep, Shania picks up her first, and it's the first on Smoky. First shot would not go for Bristol. She'll get one more from the charity stripe. And the second shot is up and good. Press in the backcourt. Smoky able to break it. Underneath shot, like it was partially blocked by Mulligan. And it's out of bounds, going to stay with the Mustangs. With 5:53 left. Just underway here from the Panther Den tonight. Second and final regular season home game for the Panthers. They have one tomorrow night and a makeup conference game against Swain. Harris going to get tied up. Or check that Broom going to get tied up in the paint. And it's going back to the Panthers. The alternating possession. Tied at 3. Brooks kicks it into the corner. Now underneath it goes. Beatty gets position and gets the bucket. Peyton Beatty able to give the Panthers their first lead of the night at 5-3. Up high. Underneath, they'll swing it briefly. Finally, it goes out to Mulligan, who drives in and wouldn't go. Offensive rebound, and the stick back is up and good by Chania. And Chania ties it up at 5 apiece. Brooks being harassed, gives it up. It's Beatty underneath again, and she gets the bucket again. Exact location of her previous bucket. 4 quick points for Beatty. Down court quickly. Smoky is going to turn it over. Nope, they're going to say it's going to stay with the Mustang. Knocked out of bounds by a Panther. And we've got somebody trying to tie their shoe. Looks like that's DeHart. That will get the whistle and allow her to tie her shoe. Now we're set, ready to go. And it goes knocked away briefly. Eventually into the hands up top of Voss. Now it's Mulligan. Mulligan going to find Inslee. Inslee to Voss. Voss thought about it. And now going to turn it over into the hands of Bristol Brooks. Brooks counted and one. Here comes Bristol. Nice. Voss picks up the foul. Her first, team second. One shot at the charity stripe. In and out. Offensive rebound. Up and good is Aubrey Haley. There's the replay. And yep, able to go up and snag that one. We got a jump ball on the inbounds pass. There's some more press in the backcourt, causing some issues for Smoky Mountain. Possession arrow is to the Mustangs. They'll retain possession as it's Aaliyah Voss. That'll have it up high, gives it up to Mulligan. Back it goes over to Moss. Approaching 4 minutes left. High pass, low block. They'll swing it back out. It's Broom who drives in. Wouldn't go. And Josie DeHart comes out with a rebound. Bristol Brooks going to race down court. She's going to kick it into the corner. It's McKenna Plemons short with the 3. Smoky comes down with a rebound. Inslee going to kick it underneath. Shot wouldn't go. Clemens with the board. Bristol Brooks pushes. No direct traffic. High pass. It's into Aubrey Haley. She gives it up to Beatty. She goes in, gets it partially blocked, saved out of bounds. It's into the hands of Aubrey Haley now. He fights for it, kicks it. Brooks over to Plemons. She's open. It's a 3. And she got it. McKenna Plemons from downtown. The senior on senior night with the trifecta. We've got a whistle and we've got a timeout as Coach Olin Dunford wants to talk things over for the Smoky Mountain Mustangs as the Panthers, after trailing early 3-0, have gone on an offensive explosion and have taken a 9-point advantage with 3:18 to go in the first quarter, up 14-5 now. Talked about in the open conference standings and a conference tournament coming up. Here are the conference standings. You see Franklin and Henderson, West Henderson at 2-3, and West Henderson defeated the Panthers a couple of weeks back. Identical records at 7-3. And as Coach Scott Hartbarger told me earlier today that they can win tonight, then that game Friday against West Henderson. We'll throw up the schedule here for the next break. That game against West Henderson on Friday will be for a home playoff game. If you finish second in the conference, he says that they'll get a home playoff game, and it'll be the second seed in the conference tournament, which will begin next Friday. And that'll be at home for the Panthers because they have a top 4 seed. Shania wouldn't go. Grabs her own rebound. Dishes it underneath, and we got a foul. It's like going against DeHart. So we'll have foul shots coming up. And the second shot is up and good. 14-7. Panthers have doubled up the Mustangs. It's Brooks up top. They'll swing it over into the hands of McKenna Clemens. Over to Beatty. Beatty will find Brooks up top. Brooks now dribbling around. Looking for some help. Finds Josie DeHart up top. She gives it back to Bristol. Bristol leans into a shot, wouldn't go. Rebound, Beatty goes up off the glass. Peyton Beatty having a terrific first quarter. And the Panthers up now 15, the Sick make that 16-7 as that one is knocked out of bounds. We'll stay with the Mustangs, dressed in their gray tonight, dark gray. Broom to trigger for Olin Dunford. Gets it up high to Voss. Voss, high pass, almost knocked away. In the corner, it's a three that is off the mark for Mulligan. And the rebound is kicked around, going to stay with Smoky. To the hole, off the glass, high off the glass, and good for Aaliyah Voss. 16-9. That timeout helped the Mustangs. Olin Dunford able to rally his troops. Haley gives it up. Saw that Haley earlier today had signed to play in the WNC All-Star game. It's a favorite ball game of Philip Angel, executive producer. Did that game a couple of years ago. We've got a whistle and we've got a timeout. Going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here and we'll talk about the schedule coming up. That All-Star game held at Warren Wilson College again, as it was a few years ago. Panthers with a win against West Henderson, make that North Henderson last Friday, 66-20, running clock in the second half. And then a tough one on the road against the conference-leading Pisgah Sugar Bears last Tuesday. The conference tournament coming up. Take your sweetheart out to the Panther Den on Valentine's night. That's exactly what she wants, and watch some basketball. Or you could just cuddle up on the couch and watch it on television with us here, because we'll have it on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Underneath, the high pass goes, and we got a whistle and a foul as Beatty will be at the line for a couple of free throw shots. Who are they going to give that one to? It's going against McCauley. Julia McCauley for the Mustangs, a sophomore for Olin Dunford. She'll pick up her first. 2 shots upcoming for Beatty. 63 seconds left here in the first quarter. And the first one's up and good. Got a bunch of subs coming in for Hartbarger and the Panthers. Like Styles going to check in along with Riley Green for Franklin. Also, Malia Mason's checked in. And the second shot rolls out. Went all the way down and came out. Smoky got a race into the front court. It's Voss with the running shot. He wouldn't go. Kick out back to Voss. Short with that one. Another offensive rebound is Voss. She hits a brick wall, and they'll say she traveled with it. That'll be a turnover for the Mustangs. It'll go back to the Panthers with 53.5 seconds left here in the opening quarter. senior night. A lot of folks are making their way here, and of course it's Valakauee, so a lot of fans in the stands. Baseline jumper for Beatty wouldn't go, and we've got a rebound foul, a offensive foul on the rebound. It's going against Mulligan Mason. Clock rolling down to about 30 seconds left. Up high, it's a three, up and good for Kaylee Broom, senior. For the Mustangs, hits the trifecta. 20 seconds left. Green dribbles, kicks. Anna Stiles will be bumped. That's just a fourth on Smoky. No shots here. Riley Green will trigger for Hardbarger and the Lady Panthers with 15.4 seconds left. And it goes to Stiles. Bounce pass to Mason. She's going to kick it back over to Riley Green. And Green tries to lift the pass, knocked around. Picked back up by Green. Lifts the shot. It was short. Rebound saved into the hands of Beatty. At the buzzer, it wouldn't go for Riley Green. And that's going to do it for the opening quarter of the girls' varsity here at the Panther Den tonight. 17-12. Lady Panther advantage. As we head to break, stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Second quarter, just about set to begin. Glad you're with us. I'm George Young alongside of our fantastic FPSN crew tonight. Executive producer Philip Angel, on cameras tonight, Joshua and Spencer, bringing you the great shots of tonight's senior night festivities. And we got a traveling violation in the paint. I'll say that Haley shuffled her feet. And wherever you may be, we really do appreciate you tuning in. We got a collision, and we got a blocking foul upcoming on Panthers. Looks like that one's going to go against McKenna Plemons. She'll pick up her first foul. It'll be the first one whistled on the Panthers here in the second. High pass to Voss. Leah Voss will kick it over into the corner. Mulligan and swings it underneath. Back out it goes to Voss. High pass, too tall, and it's intercepted by Haley. Gives it up to Bristol Brooks. Brooks swings it over. Layla Malloy, three, up and good. Layla Malloy checks into the ball game and makes her presence known. Voss up top with the side-to-side dribble. Will kick it over to Mulligan. Now it's Inslee. Broom with some issues, drives in, finds Mulligan underneath, off the glass. Braylon Mulligan able to get the bucket. Cut it to a 6-point advantage. Three wouldn't go for Plemons. And it's a one-and-done opportunity for the Panthers. Smoky comes down with the board. Broom to the hole, can't get the roll, but Kaylee Broom will be at the line for a couple of shots. Your second team foul on Franklin here in this second quarter. And it's the first whistled on Foster. Caitlin Foster picks up a foul as she's into the game. And some subs coming in for Coach Dunford, as it's Chesney Coggins that will make her way into the ball game. And the second one up and good. 5-point advantage for the Panthers. Bristol Brooks swings it over to McKenna Plemons. Now it's Brooks with 6:20 left. Layla Malloy going to lift the pass. That's intercepted. Mulligan's open and hits from downtown. Mulligan was open in the corner. Took her a while to attempt the shot. And by the time she attempted it, there was a hand in her face. And another turnover for the Panthers. And a whistle and a foul going against Franklin. And all of a sudden you look up and it's just a 2-point advantage. And Coach Scott Hardbarger has seen enough. He's going to call timeout. He wants to talk it over. You see Hardbarger giving instructions to his players with it's going to be a 30-second timeout, 5:53 left here in the second quarter. I think that's the third timeout whistle by Franklin. Olin Dunford whistled one or two already. We've had a lot of timeouts early, just 30-second timeouts in this first half so far. You see the balloons in the left and right corner of your screen there. It's senior night, and they'll have the festivities, if you're wondering, between the varsity girls and the varsity boys game. So the conclusion of this game will go directly into the senior night festivities. So if you're tuning in for that, if you have some family, friends that you have let known, if maybe you're a parent of a senior that they're going to have the senior night festivities, we'll have that. At the conclusion of this one, we got a tussle. It's like a foul going against Smoky. And we'll air the entire Winter Sports Senior Night festivities. It usually takes about 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. Brooks with it. Swings it. It's Malloy. Three. Layla Malloy, all she's doing is coming in and nailing threes. She's 2 for 2 from downtown. Mulligan driving, kicking. Back out it goes to Mulligan. High pass over to Voss. Driving in and gets fouled. Check that. It's Inslee that got fouled. And Inslee will be at the line. Kiara Inslee. 2 shots, 4th on Franklin. So it was Smoky that had the foul issues in the first quarter. It's Franklin now in the second quarter, almost above the limit. That one's going against Layla Malloy, her first. One more opportunity from the free throw line for Kiara Inslee. And she hits them both. Back to a 3-point edge for the Lady Panthers. Malloy, why not? She couldn't get it to go. Couldn't make it 3 for 3. Panthers almost grabbed the rebound. It is going to stay with the Lady Panthers. Kicked out of bounds by Lady Stang. Just joined us, Smoky, dressed in their gray uniforms tonight. Of course, Franklin in their familiar white uniforms. White at home. Have black and red uniforms on the road. Bristol Brooks backs it out, kicks it over to Plemons. She's going to attempt and hit. That's a 3 from McKenna Plemons. 26-20. Panthers double up the lead now. Now to 6 over the Mustangs. It's Mulligan driving, kicking. Back it goes in the corner to Mulligan. One wouldn't go. Smoky grabs the rebound underneath and wanted a foul. Did McCauley. Is it going to stay with the Mustangs? Yeah, it will. Chania checks in for Coach Dunford. Taking a seat is Broom. Also checking back into the game, I believe that's Voss is going to check back in for Coach Olin Dunford. Smoky got to get it in. They do. Underneath, inbounds play. Work to perfection. That's Chesney Coggins with the bucket. Plemons kicks into the corner. It's a high shot off the mark for Haley, and on the rebound, I think he stepped on the baseline. Yeah, they'll say Layla Malloy stepped on the out-of-bounds line. Back over to Smoky. Under 4 minutes left here in the second quarter, first half. Driving in high off the glass. Wouldn't go for Voss. Bristol Brooks going to race down. Find Plemons. Back over to Bristol. She drives in. Free throw line jumper. Nothing but net. Smoky directing traffic. Mulligan kicks. It's a three. In and out by Aaliyah Voss. High pass underneath. Layla Malloy, an assist from Bristol. These teams are shooting well here early on. So there's a lot of nights you don't see that in girls basketball. Then we got a whistle underneath as the shot is blocked. Layla Malloy going to pick up her second, and heading to the line is going to be Chesney Coggins. Yeah, she'll attempt a couple. Can't hit the first. And one more for Coggins at the free throw line. Subs coming in. Looks like Hartbarger going to check in. DeHart missed the second. Brooks comes down with the board, brings it up, kicks. Collision. Bristol going to drive out of there with it. Counted and one. Bristol Brooks putting on a show early on, as she has been hot from the floor and able to split a double team and get the bucket and the foul. Anna Stiles going to check back into the game. And I believe Malia Mason, she checked back in for Hartbarger. With 2:32 left. Shot up and good for Bristol Brooks. She completes the old-fashioned three-point play, and the Panthers are up 11 now, double-digit lead after the old-fashioned three-point play. 2:24 with that ticking clock. Three off the mark for Broom. Panthers going to race down. Anna Stiles lost control. It's out of bounds. I believe going to stay with the Panthers. Yes, it will. Liam Mason lifts the pass. A little too tough for Bristol Brooks. And it'll head out of bounds. Smoky will have possession. Some subs coming in. Looks like Riley Green going to check back into the game. And Bristol Brooks going to take a seat, get a breather. She's played the entire first half. As we approach 2 minutes left here in the second. Voss with it. She kicks. Issues. And it's a steal. Josie DeHart steals it away, gives it up to Beatty. Beatty finds Riley Green, going to bring it into the front court. Buck 44 left, pulls, jumps. Wouldn't go. Smoky comes out with it. Voss. Side to side. Gives it up. Coggins. Coggins briefly gave it up. Now driving in, a wild shot would not go. An offensive rebound and the stick back. We got a foul. McCauley will be at the line. And one situation for Julia McCauley. And she can't get the roll. Riley Green calls out the offense. Swings it over to DeHart. DeHart quickly underneath Malia Mason. It's a collision hitting the deck, and what do we have? Out of bounds or a foul? So it's just an out of bounds. The call, it'll stay with Franklin. High pass into Beatty. Back out it goes. Riley Green has it. Lifts the pass, intercepted, trying to hit Beatty. Smoky going to attack under 60 seconds left, down to 57 as we have a traveling. Yes, traveling the violation. Took a while for the official to signal it. That was Leah Voss, I believe, that drove down and shuffled her feet, they say. 52 seconds left. Green over to DeHart. Leah Mason was double teamed and she couldn't secure it. Out of bounds, we'll say last touch by Malia and the Panthers. 40 seconds left. Voss bringing it up. Coach Olin Dumford coming in 6-14 and 2-6 in the conference. Franklin at 7-3 in the conference. Franklin with a victory in Silva a couple of weeks back, and a double dribble going to be the call. Don't see that much called anymore. Voss double dribbled. 19 seconds left. Riley Green up across the timeline over to DeHart. Lifts a shot. It wouldn't go. And on the rebound, we've got a foul on Franklin. That'll be the fifth foul, so some shots upcoming on the other end. It'll be Kaylee Broom, I believe, that'll head to the free throw line. Oh, they gave it to Riley Green. Okay. And that's Kaylee Broom. She finally moved her ponytail. I can see her her number. Have a couple girls for Smoky have very long ponytails. It's hard to grab their numbers quickly. Green into the corner. It's Beatty. Running, shot short. Rebound off the mark after the offensive board by Peyton Beatty. And that's going to do it for the first half of action here. Second quarter at the Panther Den. 33-26. Exciting first half between the Lady Panthers and the Lady Mustangs, as you see the Panther cheerleading squad that is going to perform here very briefly. Then we'll head off to our halftime break. And the cheerleaders are also going to be honored in the fall senior nights. I want to stick around for that if you are tuning in. As we're heading towards almost 7 o'clock. If you're tuning in for the senior night festivities, will happen between the boys and the girls game. So another half of basketball, and then we'll get right into the fall sports, or check that, winter sports senior night festivities. 33-26 is the score at the break. We've got another Panther Tracks episode coming up. We've got a couple of good ones over the next 2 days. We've got basketball for you tomorrow night as well. But stay with us. We've got more to come here at the half.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information. It's time now for Panther Tracks, a look back at the storied history of Franklin High School athletics.
I lived on Warrior Street is the parallel street down by the football field. I lived probably a half a mile down there, just up from the river, about 3 houses. So I was always continuously walking up through there. I walked to school 12 years in a row, so the football field was familiar to me. And then as soon as I was old enough, in the 8th grade, I started playing. The field was, and we didn't call it the Panther field. We just called it the football field. And I would go up and watch part of the games when I was just 8, 9, 10 years old. I would just walk up there and listen to the announcer, and he would call out some familiar names. After a game or two, you could pick up on who was who. And Willard Smith was a common name. Robert Alexander must have been a super player. I went enough to know that I wanted to play as soon as I could. So we started in the 8th grade. Dick Stott was the coach then, and he put together an 8th grade team. We played Hayesville twice and split with him, and that was a big deal. We thought we were on our way to being big ball players. Joe Hall was the quarterback. Larry Clore, who used to be on the school board, was fullback. The year that I was a freshman, we had that was probably the best team we had while I was in high school. I was on the JVs, but Jim Williams and Red C. Red went on to Western and started a couple of years. Kenny Hall, Joe's brother, was tailback. Had Stompy Higdon at one end and Sonny Burrell at the other one. Had Johnny Taylor at guard. Johnny played at Gardner-Webb. There were about 5 people on that team that played later on in college. But Murphy beat them 40-6, I think is the score. So after that, they had no chance of the playoff anywhere. Now you might get another shot at it some way, but everybody was kind of bunched together. I don't even know that they had, I guess they had 1A and 2A playoffs then, but Franklin and Murphy were in the same division. And like I told you a while ago, Murphy beat us about 12 years in a row. The practice field itself was down below, and we did not have much. My junior year, we actually went out and practiced during the week at Wayne Stewart's pasture out in the Patton community. We had an old Army truck. Grady Corbin would drive it. We'd get in the back of the truck, we'd go out to the Patton community and practice. Some other teams did that, but we didn't do it our senior year. The new coach that came in my senior year decided, we're not going to waste time driving out there every day. Let's try to practice football. Gene Stiles. So my junior year, we went out there. We didn't do it our sophomore year. We stayed and practiced on the small practice field. The practice field we have now up there wasn't available. The maintenance shed was up there. Well, the ideal of a new school has been floating for 20 or 30 years. But we did do some remodeling over there in the 80s, and that kind of put the big project on the back burner. But it was always floating, be looking for land. We need some land. We need to move out. There was no concrete plan or anything, or even any committees working on it. Commissioners built a new library in the 80s and the cafeteria, and that seemed to probably, just by the nature of building new buildings and renovating the main building, starting anew back about 30 years, I guess. Let me just say for the record, I've always been very proud of being a Panther. I've played 4 years in high school. I loved every minute of it. I've gone to Panther games every year since I was 10 years old, and I'll keep doing it as long as I can.
And that's been Panther Tracks. Stay tuned to FPSN as we look back at Panther athletics. And Facebook pages.
Welcome back. You see the Lady Panthers are back out of the locker room. We've got on the clock about 50 seconds. We'll see if they stop it decide they want to go ahead and roll the balls out and start playing. 33-26, the Lady Panthers are on top of the Lady Mustangs of Smoky Mountain here at the half on senior night. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook of the Franklin Panthers Sports Network. We'll have the senior night festivities at the conclusion of this one, at the conclusion of this second half as we begin the third quarter. I want to stick around for that. So the Mustangs will have the opening possession. Voss swing it over to Mulligan. Now it's to Broom. Kaylee Broom going to drive in, kick it out. Voss dribble, give it up, get it back. Jack, and hit from downtown. Aaliyah Voss for three to cut into that Panther lead. It's just 4 now at 33-29. Haley kicks, corner 3 off the mark. Bristol Brooks able to grab the offensive rebound. She'll kick it out. It's Haley for 3. Smoky comes down with the board. They're going to push up court quickly and then turn it over. Underneath, Bristol Brooks gets bumped, hits the deck, and she'll be at the line, I believe. Maybe not. See if she's in the act. I don't think she was. Does not appear. That'll be just the first whistled on Smoky. And the second going against Chania. Brooks gets it in. Layla Malloy puts it on the deck. Briefly gives it up to Plemons. Now it goes underneath. Back out. Plemons going to drive in. With a running shot, it wouldn't go. On the baseline. Here comes Smoky. Chance to cut into the Panther lead. Chance to get it within 2, maybe 1 with that one, and it's off the mark. Brooks harassed by Voss, brings it up across that timeline. Finds Haley, thought about it. Now over to Brooks. Brooks, not much penetration in this third quarter. Layla Malloy picks up where she left off in the second quarter. It's one from downtown. Well, a natural block there from Haley. Just kind of got in front of the defender. Stepped out of the way, and she jacked and hit. Panthers grab the board. Bristol Brooks down court. They're going to whistle a blocking foul on Smoky Mountain. And now a technical foul going to be whistled on a Mustang. I believe that's going to be on Chania. If it is, it'll be her 4th foul. See what happened here. What happened? It's a replay. Must have said something. He looked back quick. Either on Chania or Voss, who they give it to. Yeah, it's a personal foul on Chania and a technical foul, so that's her 4th. So we've got 4 free throw shots that'll be attempted. Bristol Brooks, the first 2. She gets the first to go, one more. And got the roll on the second. Now who's going to attempt the technical shots? Oh, they're going to bring the foul's on the floor, they'll say. Okay, she was not in the act of shooting. Okay. All right. Took some discussion. Now, hold on here. The other referee from the scores table going to come and discuss something. Maybe he had to get a thought from the other official and give it to Scott Harbarger, who would ask a question. Underneath, Beatty goes up, gets bumped. And Peyton Beatty will definitely be at the line for a couple of shots of that Foster. No, that is Beatty. No, that's Foster. Check that. Caitlin Foster underneath. Foster will hit the first shot. She'll get one more. And the second shot is up and good for Caitlin Foster. Foss kicks into the corner. Mulligan's pass knocked around, picked up. It's Brooks. Bristol off the mark. Offensive rebound. It's McKenna Plemons. Off to Haley. Haley bounce pass over to Malloy. Malloy going to feed in the paint. We got a jump ball, and possession arrow is going to stay with the Panthers as Aubrey Haley was tied up. Back to 11-point advantage. 1 point to begin this quarter. The Mustangs cut it to a 4-point lead. Malloy, high pass. Find Foster, or check that Bristol Brooks up top. Over to Malloy. Now it's McKenna Plemons draining a little clock here. Down to 5 minutes left in the third. Panthers just eating away some of the clock. No attempt really to attack. Now there's a shot by McKenna Plemons. He was open. I think the instruction from Coach Hartbarger to McKenna Plemons is if you're open from 3-point range, shoot it. That's what she's been doing. And the good news for Coach Plemons and his Lady Panthers, she's hitting. As you can jack them and you're not hitting them, then there's an issue there. But if you're hot, shoot, right? We've got a foul on Foster. That'll be her. I believe that's her first. Her second. And it'll be the first on Franklin here in this third quarter. No shots here. Smoky will have it up high. It's Foss over to Inslee. Inslee got to feed a pass to the paint. That's knocked away. And then we got a traveling violation on the Panthers. So it'll go back to the Mustangs. With 3:58 to go in the third, 43-29. Smoky is going through a little drought in the third. Inbounds pass knocked away, picked back up by the Mustangs. Mulligan dishes in the paint and able to get the shot up and good is Julia McCauley, a sophomore for the Mustangs. Cuts into the Panther lead, breaks the drought by the Mustangs, 43-31, 12-point advantage. 3.5 left. Haley gets double teamed, lifts the pass. It's off the legs of Plemons. Oh, they're going to say last touch by a Mustang. Okay. Like it went right off the leg, the foot of Plemons. Green dishes. Haley in the paint, finds Green just inside the arc. Her shot wouldn't go. Fight for it underneath. Coming out with it is Foster. She goes up, no. Another offensive rebound, and we've got a whistle on the floor. Foul on Smoky Mountain. Is that the fifth foul? Yeah, that's the fifth foul on Smoky, so we got some shots upcoming. Haley will be at the line for a couple. First shot by Aubrey Haley is up and good. Bristol Brooks going to check back in after getting a breather. Also, Layla Malloy takes a seat. Brooks checks in. One more for Aubrey Haley. Nothing but net with a second. 45-31, 14-point edge. for the Lady Panthers. Leah Voss thought about it. Finds Mulligan. Back it goes to Voss. 3 minutes left in the corner. It's a three. Off the mark by Broom. And the Panthers race down court. It's Bristol Brooks. Bristol will be fouled on the way. A couple of shots upcoming for Bristol now, as that's the 16 foul on Smoky Mountain. That one will be on Allie Claire Nicholson. One more from the stripe for Bristol Brooks. It's the first whistle, personal foul whistled on Allie Claire Nicholson. Brooks gets the roll on the second. 2:49 left of the moving clock as Voss brings it up for the Mustangs. Mulligan in the paint gets fouled as she was lifting a shot. Looks like it's going to be Haley that'll get the personal. It's her third. Two shots. First one off the mark for Braylon Mulligan. She'll get one more. And she gets the second to go. Clemens lost control. Oh, a lot of contact. Brooks goes up, blocks the shot, hits McCauley. They both hit the deck. No foul. It's out of bounds. Going to stay with Smoky Mountain. Smoky to trigger. They get it up high to Voss. Corner three. Air ball. And on the rebound, a foul. Is it going against the Panthers? Yep, it's going against Caitlin Foster. That's her third, and the third whistle this quarter on Franklin. So Smoky will inbound here. We've got a sub coming in for Hartbarger, and it is Peyton Beatty that's going to come off the bench. Broom gets it in to Voss. Voss's pass knocked away, picked up underneath by Peyton Beatty. She quickly gives it up to Bristol Brooks as we approach 2 minutes left here in the third. Brooks having some issues. Ball on the deck. Bodies on the deck. Timeout Olin Dunford and the Lady Mustangs. 47-32. It's going to be a full timeout with 1:56 left, so we'll take a full timeout as well. Stay with us. Minute 56 left third quarter. 47-32. Smoky will have possession out of the timeout. Coach Olin Dunford in the top left corner there talking to the officials. Coach Dunford been at Smoky Mountain for a while. Had a couple of tough seasons. He's a good coach. Broom gets it into Voss. Now the timeout, I believe Lady Panthers got a couple of subs in. We'll get those names here in a second. As Voss is going to attempt a deep three. Off the mark, heads out of bounds. Going to head back over to the Panthers. Like Anna Stiles is checked in. That's who it was that came in the timeout. Well, they had turned the air conditioning on here, but I don't think it's on right now. It's starting to get pretty stuffy. There's a ton of people that have made their way into the gymnasium. There's like 15 standing behind me. Pass knocked away, going to be intercepted by the Mustangs. Voss gets bumped as she was attacking baseline. That'll be the fourth on Franklin, so one more to give before free throw shots with 1:20 left. Broom will get it in for Coach Dunford. Lost out of bounds. McCauley dribbled it off of her leg. It's going to go to the Panthers. Malia Mason will come in for Aubrey Haley. As it was a warm one today. In fact, I think it topped out in the low 70s. That feels like 100 degrees after what we had 2-3 degrees for about 4 or 5 days in the morning about a week ago. And 72, 75 feels like about 85, 90. But I'm not complaining. I like the warmer weather because the colder weather will be back. It's just this false spring that we're getting right now. Beatty gets her shot blocked by McCauley. McCauley going to bring it down and give it up underneath. Off the glass and good. Voss gets the bucket. Voss cuts into the Panther lead, now 47-34. 35 seconds left as Bristol Brooks brings it across that timeline. Finds Beatty, back to Brooks. Brooks is open. Shot wouldn't go. Rebound underneath by Beatty, and she gets fouled. It's going to send Peyton Beatty to the line. As Smoky Mountain has been well over the limit for a good portion of this third quarter. Peyton Beatty at the free throw line for 2 shots. She's one of the seniors on senior night, along with McKenna Plemons and Josie Dehart, Aubrey Haley. They're on the floor from time to time. Callie Queen also is a senior, but hasn't seen any playing time. First one up and good because she injured her knee back in volleyball season. Still recovering. It's a long road. Those knee injuries. Oof. Beatty's second shot up and good. Voss lifts a high pass, low block, back out it goes beyond the arc. Down to 14 seconds. Three, up and good. Was it a 3? Nope, it was a 2, a long 2. As you see the replay, that's going to do it. Third quarter in the books. 49-36. Lady Panthers on top. We'll steal away for a quick timeout. Fourth quarter upcoming right after this.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
Welcome back. 8 minutes up on the scoreboard. Panthers looking to close out their 8th conference win and their 12th overall. If they can close it out against the Mustangs, who have been scrappy tonight. 49-36. Just have not been able to get the offense going. Panthers able to find their groove offensively. Smoky has it out of the timeout. Mulligan finds Voss up top. Now into the corner. It's Mulligan again. very methodical here to begin this fourth quarter. The Mustangs trying to get a good shot. That's a deep one. It's going to be short. And saved out of bounds into the hands of Bristol Brooks. Brooks gives it up to McKenna Plemons, short with the shot from downtown. Smoky going to race out with it. It's Broom to the hole. Broom bounces out. Offensive rebound by Mulligan. And Mulligan gets fouled as she goes up to attempt a shot. Couple of shots upcoming now from the free throw line for Braylon Mulligan. Layla Malloy picks up the foul. That's her third. And the first whistled on Franklin. Mulligan, first opportunity. No good. And I'm sure she's heard this one before. She gets a mulligan, right? It's one more. I'm full of a lot of dad jokes. I don't know. Gets the second to go. Panthers up by 12, 49-37. That's the way it's been for a good portion of the second half. Pass underneath. Haley had to secure it. She's going to give it up. Foster finds Haley. Now Bristol Brooks with 6:42 left. Thought about a three. McKenna Plemons on the dribble. Spins. Finds Bristol Brooks. Goes into the paint. Running shot wouldn't go. Body's hitting the deck. What do we got here? Bristol Brooks going to pick up the foul. Foul on Franklin. The second quick one on the Panthers. Just underway here, fourth quarter now, 2 in the foul column. Just the first whistled on Bristol Brooks, though. Leah Voss with it up top, you see. 3 off the mark. Ensley couldn't hit. Layla Malloy finds Plemons. 6 minutes left here in the fourth quarter. Again, coming up at the conclusion of this one will be a few minutes. They'll get set up and we'll have the senior night festivities for all winter sports. 5 or 6 teams will be honored here. Bristol Brooks finds a seam off the glass. Broom has it up top over to Mulligan. Now it's Voss. Voss going to swing it. Back it goes up top to Voss. 5:10 left, fourth quarter. Not been able to get anything going offensively. It's just a tough time. Panthers defense has been smothering. Underneath, trying to get position, was Julia McCauley. Her shot well off the mark. Issues and a steal underneath. Voss able to get the steal and the bucket. Plemons dribbles, and then we have an offensive foul. One against Haley. Aubrey Haley picks up her fourth foul. Bristol Brooks going to take a seat as I believe Riley Green checks in for you. Yes, she does. That's the third whistled on Franklin. And Haley picks up her fourth. Voss swings it into the corner. Back it goes. Voss. She is open. A 3 off the mark. Long rebound. Still on the deck. Who wants it? Eventually, Franklin comes out with it. Riley Green going to feed up court. And it's off the hands of Haley. She's going to stay out playing with 4 fouls. It's off the hands of Haley. I thought she'd taken a seat. 4 minutes exactly left in this ball game. Battle of Cowie Mountain. Franklin looking to make it a regular season sweep of the Mustangs. If they can win here tonight, one over in Silva on January 15th. The three up and good. The Mustangs needed that. Kaylee Broom able to hit it from downtown. McKenna Plemons tries to answer, can't, gets her own rebound. Underneath, Haley, count it, and one. Aubrey Haley, an opportunity at the line for the and one situation. Peyton Beatty going to check in for Caitlin Foster. Oh, yeah, there's the air. There's back on now. Chania back into the game for Coach Dunford and the Lady Mustangs. One shot for Haley, and she can't get the roll. Corner three, off the mark, and saved out of bounds. And then saved again. Into the hands of Malloy. She can't get it to go underneath. And on the rebound, we've got a foul on McKenna Plemons. It's at the fourth or fifth. It's the fourth on Franklin, so one more to give. Smoky will inbound here. We got some subs coming. Looks like it's Bristol Brooks going to check back into the game for Coach Scott Hartbarger. It's Plemons that takes a seat. Brooks off the bench, got a little bit of a breather. 3:01 left. Panthers have been comfortably ahead, but have not taken control of the ball game on the scoreboard. But if you watch this game, Smoky just has not been able to get into a rhythm offensively. So really not a threat to make a run. But with the three ball, you never know. You string a couple of those in a row, and all of a sudden it's a different ball game. Haley gives it up to Brooks. Now we got a whistle. We got a timeout on the floor, and it's going to be Scott Hartbarger and the Panthers that want to talk things over. We're going to keep it here because we haven't talked about the schedule a lot. I'll allow you to read the schedule because there's a lot on the screen there. You see tonight's ball game against Smoky Mountain, and then tomorrow night, another home ball game. They're having senior night tonight, but tomorrow night will be the final regular season ball game here at the Panther Den against Smoky Mountain. And tomorrow night we're going to have the Athlete of the Month honored, and also Coach Doug Plemons will be honored for his 600th career victory that happened this past Friday night against North Henderson. And it is youth basketball night, recreation basketball night for Macon County. So if you are watching, if you're a parent, if you're a kid watching tonight and you play youth basketball, maybe we took your picture last week. We took everybody's picture, almost 600 kids, 650 kids. Boys and girls, tomorrow night, if you wear your jersey, you get in free. You can come out and enjoy a night of basketball. 2:34 left, 11-point advantage for the Panthers. Aubrey Haley will trigger out of the timeout. Gets it into Bristol. Brooks, reverse layup wouldn't go. Rebound secured by Beatty, and then it's knocked away. Aaliyah Voss brings it up. She picked up the errant pass, and they're going to call a carrying violation on Voss. We've seen a double dribble and a carrying violation. Haven't seen a lot of that this season, the games that we've done. Layla Malloy gets it in. Riley Green hits the deck as she got bumped. She'll be at the line for two shots. Looks like it's going to be Voss that'll pick it up. Yeah, Leah Voss picks up her second foul, and it's the second whistled on the Mustangs. First opportunity is up and good for Riley Green. She'll get one more from the free throw line. 2:15 left. Second shot up and off the mark. Kicked around. Who to go off of? Well, we'll say it was off of a Franklin Lady Panther. Approaching 2 minutes left. In the paint, we've got a whistle. That's going to send Kaylee Broom to the line. That'll be the 5th on Franklin. 2 shots for Broom. Minute 58 left. First shot up and good. Boys action to follow after the senior night festivities. We'll have about a 10-15 minute break after the senior night festivities. So it'll be extended between games. You're looking at close to 30 minutes between the conclusion of this game and the start of the boys game. And when they do start, it should be a good one because those two teams back on January 15th, this is Steele, the Mustangs, it went down to the wire. It was a barn burner. Voss off the glass. This one's not said and done just yet, folks. 8-point advantage, 90 seconds left. And Smoky going to have to get some more possessions. We've got a whistle and a timeout going to be called by Coach Hardbarger. He didn't like what was going on. Is it going to be a full timeout? Yes, it will be. It's going to be a full timeout with 1:25 to go fourth quarter. We'll take a break. Stay with us. Minute 25, fourth quarter. Franklin out of the timeout, has possession. It's Haley to get it in, one of the seniors here on senior night. Bristol Brooks has a lot more basketball to come. She is just a freshman, and she had it briefly. Gives it up. Now it's Layla Malloy. Fine Bristol. Down to 68 seconds left. Surprised Smoky hasn't started fouling. Trying to cause a turnover. We got a jump ball, and the possession arrow is going to stay with Franklin. .60 seconds left. Surprised Smoky is not fouling because Franklin is. But Smoky has 3 fouls to give. They've only committed 2 fouls. They're letting the time tick down. Wow. Bristol Brooks, she gets fouled. But we're down to 37.4 seconds left. 2 more to give for the Lady Mustangs. Looks like some subs. Josie Dehart and McKenna Clemens going to check in. Smoky just down 8. And it goes to Clemens. Clemens gets fouled. 1 more to give. It's the 4th on Smoky. That was the 5th on Voss. No, Chania. Chania picked up her 5th foul, so she's going to have to take a seat for Coach Dunford, and he's going to check in Allie Claire Nicholson in her place. There's another foul, and now that is the 5th one. So 2 shots upcoming. It's going to be McKenna Clemens that will head to the free throw line. Hits the first, does McKenna Clemens. She hits them both. It's back to a 10-point lead, 30 seconds left. Voss. Start jacking some threes, and they do. That one's up and good for Kaylee Broom. It's back to a 7-point advantage for the Lady Panthers. Timeout, Coach Olin Dumford and the Lady Mustangs. Give me a 30-second. No, it's going to be a full timeout. So we'll take one as well with 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Panthers by 7. Stay with us.
Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville, your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services. Join FPSN each month during the school year as we spotlight outstanding performances from student athletes with the First Citizens Bank and Corbin Dental Athlete of the Month video feature. It's presented by Corbin Dental, a locally owned dental practice providing comprehensive and advanced dental care in Franklin. With deep local roots and a passion for service, Corbin Dental takes pride in providing world-class care right here at home. And by First Citizens Bank, helping families and businesses make more of their finances for over 125 years. First Citizens Bank, forever first. Member FDIC.
Welcome back. 19 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. 56-49. Glad you're with us wherever you may be as we approach 7:45 Eastern Standard Time. I'm George Young along with our fantastic FPSN crew tonight. We have Joshua and Spencer on cameras. Philip Angel, executive producer, running the show for us. Glad you're with us on YouTube and Facebook. Josie D. Hart with the long pass up court. It'll be secured by Aubrey Haley. Counted and one. She got fouled after the shot was in the air. That may have been the dagger. Watch this. Pass down court. Yep. Got bumped as she came down. One shot for Haley to make it a 10-point advantage. Nothing but net. 16 seconds left. Going to be difficult for the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Going to have to jack some threes and hope. Go and try to get fouled and make a shot. Do get fouled. 10 seconds left. 2 free throws for Aaliyah Voss. Who did they give the foul to? Is it Haley? Yep, it's going to be her 5th. So Aubrey Haley going to foul out. And Malia Mason going to check in her place. Voss at the line for 2, gets the first to go. Can't hit the second. Franklin with a rebound. 7 seconds left. That's pretty much going to do it. Bristol Brooks going to dribble it out. Horn sounds, and it's gone final here at the Panther Den tonight. Lady Panthers victorious over the Mustangs, 59-50. They move their mark to 12-9 and 8-3 in the conference. Smoky falls to 6-15 and 2-7 in the Mountain 7 Conference. These two teams maybe will meet again. Who knows in the conference tournament? We'll see how the seedings play out as the Panthers have a big game coming up on Friday against the West Henderson Falcons. That game is going to be for a home playoff game, whoever wins it. And the number 2 seed possibly in the Mountain 7 Conference if they split, because West won here a couple of weeks ago. If Franklin is able to defeat West Henderson, then they'll have a better record, so they'll pick up the number 2 seed in the conference tournament, which will begin next Friday. February 14th, Valentine's night here at the Panther Den. Pretty much guaranteed 2 games. I was told there could be some JV games in there as well, but they haven't determined the schedule just yet. We'll let you know, of course, what the schedule is going to be, and we'll have all that action here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network coming up the 14th of February, and then the 18th and the 20th will have all games, even the ones that do not include the Panthers, for the Mountain 7 Conference Basketball Tournament, which will be held right here at the Panther Den. The semifinals and the finals will be held here for the first time since 2018. And we'll have a lot of basketball coming up that week of February, the 18th and the 20th, including a JV finals on Thursday the 20th, 2 JV games and 2 varsity games, all varsity games on the 18th here at the Panther Den. Well, they're
Welcome to senior night for our winter sports. First, we will start with the men's basketball seniors. Up first, Max McClure with his parents, Byron and Heather McClure. Up next, Braylon DeZarn with his mother, Megan DeZarn, and father, Zach DeZarn, and siblings. Our next senior, Noah Brannon, with Eric and Ashley Brannon and family. Up next, Brennan Cabe, Jeremy Cabe, and Amanda Blanton. Tristan Gibbs, Daniel and Chelsea Gibbs, and Brittany Harold. Woo! Up next, Barrett Holland, Landon and Laura Holland. Let's give a hand for our men's varsity basketball seniors.
Should have the girls basketball next. They'll cycle them in. All out in the lobby. Have to cycle them in. There's a lot of folks out in the lobby.
Up next, men's indoor track.
Okay. Get the track team out here.
Our first athlete, Zachary Call, with parents Mark and Laura Call. Aaron Dewhurst, escorted with Cam Lyons. Next, David Rogers, Levi, and Addison Rogers. Adam Rogers, parents Joe and Jenny Rogers, siblings Jace, Levi, and Addison. Matheson Post, Grandma Julia Baldwin, and siblings Summer and Dawson Post.
Straight down right there.
Tyler Koch with parents Chris and Lindsay Chufo. Elijah Stewart, Mom Alicia Stewart, and Uncle Ryan Dunn. Josiah Mascaro, parents John and Sarah Mascaro. Braylon DeZarn, Megan, and Zach DeZarn, and siblings. Tristan Gibbs, escorted by Daniel Gibbs and Brittany Harold and family. That is men's indoor track. Up next, women's basketball. Our first senior athlete, women's basketball, McKenna Plemons, escorted by Tony and April Plemons, Miss Angie David Lucius, and Memphis. Our next athlete, Peyton Beatty, escorted by Jimmy and Kayla McKenzie, Sandra and Roger Beatty. Our next athlete, Aubrey Haley, escorted by Ryan and Dana and brother Evan. Up next, Josie Dehart, escorted by Ricky, Natasha, Tiffany, Samantha, Ricky, and Vicky Bates. And we also have Callie Queen, escorted by Nicole and Justin Hodgen, Miles, Vicky, and Ricky, Natasha Bates, and Ricky Dehart. Let's give a big round of applause for women's basketball. Up next, women's indoor track. Women's indoor track. Our first athlete, Laura Covarrubias, escorted by mom Laura, dad Jermaine, siblings Jacob, Isabella, and Isaac. Up next, Justice Bradford, escorted by her parents Jeremy and Nicole Bradford, siblings Judah and Zoe. Up next, Charlie Siegel, escorted by Dad Todd, Mom Regina, Sister Kendall, and Brother Jesse. And our last women's indoor track, Aubrey Haley, escorted by Ryan and Dana, and Brother Evan. That is women's indoor track. Up next, varsity cheer. Our first athlete, Brianna Keyrose, escorted by her teammates, Mackenzie Carver and Valerie Perez. Our next cheerleader, Molly Ramey, escorted by Heather Ramey, Dustin Carpenter, Wyatt, and Connor. Up next, Kaylee Zachary, escorted by Joseph and Samantha McCall. Panther fans, that is Varsity cheer. Up next, men's swimming. Men's swimming, our first athlete, Jack Hyatt, escorted by Carrie and Brent and family. Our next swimmer, Hunter Kroger, escorted by Tanya and Jason Kroger. Up next, Gavin Rinker, escorted by Aaron and Bobby Rinker and family. Now to our women's swim team. Brooke Boardman, escorted by Cheryl. Kate Phillips, escorted by Molly and Randy Phillips and brother Eli. Zoe Walker, escorted by Janet and Ben Walker and her brother and sister. Our last swimmer, Emma Worley, escorted by Jennifer and Rodney Worley. That is men and women's swimming. Up next, women's and men's wrestling. Our first athlete, senior athlete in women's wrestling, Melena Alberry, escorted by Neil and Jessica. And for men's wrestling, Avery Carpenter, escorted by Melinda and Dennis Carpenter. That is women's and men's wrestling, our seniors. One more big round of applause for all our seniors. Thank you for your years of dedication to Franklin High School athletics.
All right, that is your Winter Sports Senior Night. All of the folks that have paraded across the hardwood tonight, we really congratulate you on a fantastic career in high school, and of course wish you the best of luck. And some of you still have a lot more games to play. All right, coming up, we're going to talk with head coach Doug Clemens of the boys varsity. Talk about last week and all the wins that they picked up, and get set for the tip-off of this one, as it's the Smoky Mountain Mustangs and the Franklin Panthers on the boys' side coming up in just a few moments. Hang with us. welcome back as we get set for tip-off of the boys varsity tonight. George Young now joined with head coach Doug Clemens of the boys varsity. And Coach, you knew that last week is going to be a tough one. You're playing two teams for the second time, and it's also all on the road. Able to get two victories at Pisgah and then at North this past Friday night. Recap that Pisgah game, because that was one of those that you were really concerned about heading into.
Yes, that's they've become a rivalry game for us. Lots of people think that Smoky Mountain, because of the proximity of the schools, but throughout all the sports, we seem to have developed that rivalry with them. Like you say, good to go on the road. I thought we played excellent defense that night, and were able to build a lead going into the fourth quarter, and then we did some things there with controlling tempo that allowed us to come out there with a big win.
And then Friday night, another tough battle with North Henderson. It was a pretty close game here at home, and you guys were trailing there in the third quarter, able to end up coming out with a solid victory. Talk about that one.
Again, I feel like North Henderson has a lot of talent. They're bigger than we are. We have to deal with some things there against them that we don't against other teams. But again, it was our defense in the second half that shut them down. I think we held them in the teens in the second half, and even though our offense struggled at North Henderson, our defense was able to capitalize on some key turnovers, and then we hit some big shots down the stretch.
Yeah, holding a team to into the 40s is a pretty good defensive outing, especially against a team like North Henderson. Well, Coach, you've got 2 games left in conference, 3 overall, non-conference game tomorrow. Tonight's the Battle of Cowie Mountain. You take on the Smoky Mountain Mustangs, and Friday it's a road trip to Mills River to take on West Henderson. You stand at 8-2 coming into tonight's contest, so you're in a great position to host a first-round tournament game. Smoky Mountain, when y'all went over a few weeks ago to Silva, that one was a barn burner, Coach. I know that you look at the record; they're 10-10 coming into this one, but it's one of those games I think you just kind of throw the records out.
You do. Anytime you're playing, your cross-county rival, as you say, the Battle of Cowie Mountain. We did not play well over there offensively. We were able to do some things. We really didn't take control of the game till probably midway of the fourth quarter over there. And then we had to, eke out a win over there. I'm sure they're coming in full of confidence, probably feeling like they should have won that game. And, hopefully tonight we'll play better offensively. And then we've been working really hard on our defense ever since we played them to try to shore up some problems that we were having. And so I'm anxious to see how that affects them tonight.
It is senior night here tonight. We just saw all the seniors from the winter sports honored. Talk about your seniors real quick.
Well, we got 5 seniors. We've got 3 that have started all year long: Max and Noah and Braylon, and then we've got Brendan Cabe and Tristan Gibbs, and those are our 5 seniors. Tonight we're going to start those 5. Traditionally, that's what we try to do on senior night, and they'll play. Hopefully, I feel like they'll play well. They've been practicing together in practice, and so practicing against each other. And I know they're excited. Especially Tristan and Brennan. So looking forward to getting them out there and letting them set the tone for the night for our team, and then we'll play it out as we regularly do.
These seniors have really been a part of a lot of wins for you, Coach.
They have. Max McClure, he's been a varsity basketball player ever since he was a freshman. And if my math serves me correctly, he may have a chance to graduate from Franklin High School as possibly the winningest player of all time. The records they have, his freshman year we won 22, his sophomore year we won 20. Last year we won 16, and we're on our way to having another high total this year. So he's got a lot to be proud of. And then, of course, the other seniors also, they've been successful, not just in basketball, but in all sports. And so they've carried our high school and represented our high school well.
Well, Coach, as always, good luck, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow.
Sounds good.
That's Doug Clemens, head boys varsity basketball coach. Stay with us. We got more to come.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information. It's time now for Panther Tracks, a look back at the storied history of Franklin High School athletics.
I felt like we had a good team, but I felt so strongly I was pushing too hard. Our practices were too long, and that was one of the things I realized. There were a few other things, and they were all pretty quiet, very quiet while I talked to them. I don't remember much else I said to them, but I did say, I believe in you, and I hope you believe in yourselves. And I said, now the coaches, all the coaches, we're going down to the practice field and we're going to wait on you. But you all need to talk and decide as a group what you want to do. How good do you want to be? But I make a commitment to you. We're going to get off that practice field within an hour and a half from the beginning of warm-ups to whatever. And we were going 2.5 hours. It's just too much. The coaches are down there, and here they come trotting down the field with athletic tape with "I believe" on the front of their helmets. Well, we lost the next game to Swain. It was a home game, and that's what made us 1-3. Losing to Silva made us 1-2. We had lost to Robbinsville and had beaten Andrews. Technically, condition-wise, we could play with anybody. I felt like we didn't have the numbers. Our backfield outweighed our line average. So it was kind of, we were sort of an odd looking team to begin with. One of the things that what kept going around in my head is, how can we make this more fun? And some of the players have said that about Coach Dyer decided we could have more fun. I didn't say those words to them, but it's what I thought and what they picked up. And one of the things that we decided to do, we had a really strong kicking program. Ricky Mashburn, as a place kicker and a punter, I don't know what the national high school records are and all, but he was as good as you could ever hope for a high school kicker. But we did like everybody. We got in the huddle and broke the huddle and came up, put the tee down, guy held it, kicked it. So we decided, what if we ever needed to go for 2 points? We could line up and just run our regular offense. So I came up with this thing of splitting the left end way out to the left for an extra point, putting all the other linemen there, having the center and the holder and the kicker. So that's 4 on that side and 7 over here. The other 2 backs or the other 1 back is that. We put that in about the middle of the season, and they were having fun with it. And it was driving the other schools crazy because if they hadn't seen it. Well, when we went to Swain and you had to win that game, back then, if you didn't win your conference, you didn't make the playoffs. So we had to beat Swain the last regular season game at Swain. And again, parents and people that were at the game told me this later, that when we lined up and I always told the referees, now when we kick an extra point, let them know what was going on. We lined up the first time we scored, they snapped it straight back to Ricky Mashburn, and he ran to the left. Eddie Renault was the split end. He got his block, and he ran and got the 2 points. But people told me later on that the people on the other side of the field from Swain were screaming, "You can't do that. That's illegal. They were yelling at the referees about, throw the flag, you can't do that." And of course, it was perfectly legal what we did. It was a slow-moving wheel. It didn't happen overnight. But by the time we hit the playoffs, and having been at Pisgah, the years I was there, we made the playoffs every year and a couple of times won the state. But one of the things you learn when you get into the playoffs, it's important in the regular season, but in the playoffs, it's more important because, and I'm talking about mental preparation, reminding the team of who they are and those kinds of things. But mental preparation, watching film, having the other team's plays, because you're playing people that, it's not like playing Murphy every year or Swain every year or anybody every year where you become familiar with what they do if they keep the same coaching staff. It's a different ball game in the playoffs. So mental preparation has to get elevated.
And that's been Panther Tracks. Stay tuned to FPSN as we look back at Panther Athletics. Having your roof replaced or repaired can be a daunting task. Let Highlander Roofing Services help you through the process. Whether it's a new roof, repairs to an existing roof, or gutters, they're the folks to call. With offices in Franklin, Silva, and Asheville. Your local dedicated roofing specialist, Highlander Roofing Services.
And we welcome you back inside of the Panther Den, getting set for the boys' varsity. You see the lights have been turned out, and the Panthers are being introduced here on senior night. All seniors, as you heard Doug Clemens talking about, are going to get the start. Noah Brannon being introduced here, so we'll see how long the seniors, he's hoping they're going to play pretty well against the Mustangs. These two teams met back on January the 15th, and Franklin came out with a close victory in Silva. The final in that one was 63-60 in a nip and tuck ball game that saw the Panthers trailing there in the third quarter, I believe in the beginning of the fourth quarter as well, and took control late in that fourth quarter. Some key shots down the stretch. Jack Tisateski and Max McClure. You see Noah Brannon. That will jump center against Custer Pringer. Pringer comes in at 6'6". Noah Brannon at 6'2". It's going to kick out of bounds. And it goes. Brendan Cade gives it up to Max McClure. McClure been on the varsity team his entire 4 years. Came off the bench his first season. High pass going to be tracked down by Brendan Cade. Going to kick it over to Braylon DeZarn. Three, up and good. Braylon DeZarn gets the scoring going. On the Mustang end. Harassing defense. Wayne Clemens drives in, gives it up to Pringer. He spins and shoots. Can't get it to go. Offensive rebound going to be saved into Pringer, and Pringer will be at the line for a couple of shots. Custer Pringer, the junior, at 6'6" for first-year head coach Thomas Young and the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. For Pringer, a couple of shots. And he gets the first to go. Tristan Gibbs, Brennan Cade, Max McClure, Braylon DeZarn getting the start here. The seniors. Second shot, no, it's Max McClure with the rebound. McClure going to kick it into the corner. DeZarn driving in, lost his balance there. Smoky going to come down with the board and race up court. It's Pringer. Stops, kicks it. Three, up and good. From the left corner, Ben Brown will hit. And Smoky up now, 4-3. Max on the dribble. Lost it. Gets it back. McClure splits a double team, gets fouled. Was he in the act of shooting is the question. He was not. First on Smoky, and it's going to be the first on Ben Brown. Noah Brannon deep in the corner. Kicks it up high. It's Tristan Gibbs now out to Braylon DeZarn. Now over to Brendan Cave driving in. He's going to kick it out. It's Noah Brandon. Brandon being harassed, finds McClure underneath. McClure getting position, lifts a shot, no. Noah Brandon with the rebound. Check that, it was Cave with a rebound. Kicks it out for a three. Max McClure hits from downtown. And then Smoky answers on their end. Smoky back up 7-6. This game beginning like the game we saw in Silva back January the 15th. It was a back and forth affair. Brandon thought about it. Gives it up to Brendan Cave. Cave kicks. Brandon attempts and hits from three. Noah Brandon was open. Got the assist from Cave. Had a hand in his face and a turnover for Smoky as we come back to live action. Max McClure with it. McClure going to attempt. And McClure hits the heat check. Smoky now trying to answer, and they do. Ben Brown from three. Braylon DeZarn. It's been a three-fest the beginning 4 minutes of this ball game. Panthers up 15-10. Can he hit? Ben Brown breaks the streak. Cannot hit from three-point land. Noah Brandon, he misses from downtown. Smoky with a rebound, 4:26 left. And a steal. Tristan Gibbs gives it up. Max McClure. Watch this pass. Ace Springer in the corner. Finds Lane Plemons. Plemons pulls up. Got fouled. Shot no good, but shots are upcoming for Lane Plemons, the junior, for Coach Thomas Young. And the Mustangs come in at 10-10 overall and 3-5 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Franklin at 16-4 and 8-2 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Off the mark. The first shot. And Plemons will get one more. Jack Tisatesi going to check into the game as some of the seniors take a seat. William Rowers also checks in for Coach Doug Clemens as he allows the all-senior lineup to last 4 minutes, a little more than 4 minutes. Braylon DeZarn to the hole, off the glass. Like he got bumped too. Let's see this replay. He split that double team. He got a bump right there. They let him play in the paint. We come back to live action. Smoky can't get it to go. Off to Noah Plemons. Noah Brandon. He can't get it to go from three. And the rebound secured by Smoky Mountain. Bounce pass. Almost stolen away. It's Custer Pringer with the jam. Falls down awkwardly. Looks like he's okay, though. Pringer at 6'6". He can jam it home. Max McClure going to slow it down here. It's been a frenetic pace to begin this first quarter. Panthers up 19-13. Noah Brandon on the dribble. Going to kick it out. Max McClure from downtown. It wouldn't go for Max, and a save out of bounds into the hands of Smoky Mountain. Up to Pringer. Custer Pringer gives it up to the hole. We've got a whistle and a foul and one for Ace Springer. Ace, yeah, he got hacked. Almost continuation there. Counted in one for Ace Springer. He'll be at the line. Custer Pringer takes a seat. Else is coming in for Coach Thomas Young. Short with the shot from the free throw line, and a traveling violation going to be whistled on J.J. Jefferson. Shane Buchanan is checked in for Coach Young, along with J.J. Jefferson, who just traveled. Jack Tisateski drives in, kicks. Rowers for three. He adds his name to the three fest going on here in the first quarter. As we're back to live action, three wouldn't go for Smoky, and it caroms out of bounds. Franklin has possession. They'll bring it up court. Up 22-15. Braylon Desarn directing traffic. Finds Tisateski. Now McClure. Bounce pass to Tisateski. Out it goes, William Rowers. Rowers, nifty move. Can't get it to go. Rebound, Jefferson gets it knocked from behind and away. It's off to Braylon Desarn. Desarn dribbling around. Double team gives it up to Tisateski. 90 seconds left. Tisateski for three. Got it. Of course. 4 Panthers have hit from downtown. Oh, we got a whistle and a timeout. Look at that shot. Coach Thomas Young wants to talk it over. It's a 30-second timeout. Got another one tomorrow night. Here's the schedule upcoming. A lot of FPSN logos up there. You see that? The conference tournament will air exclusively here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Semis and the finals, even games that are not including the Franklin Panthers. Smoky Mountain tonight, Swain. Coming up tomorrow night, so we'll have more action for you. Briefly, here's the conference standings. You see Franklin in the number 2 seed right now, but nipping at their heels, North Henderson, a team that they have defeated twice in the regular season. So pretty much, if Franklin's able to win tonight and win on Friday night against West Henderson, and they will lock up the number 2 seed in the Mountain 7 Conference. Coach Thomas Young talks things over. His Smoky Mountain Mustangs have possession as Ben Brown drives in and gets the bucket to go off the glass. As we approach 60 seconds left. Desarn. Thought about step back three. Gives it up to Rowers. Downtown goes William Rowers, of course. He came in with about 4 minutes to go in this first quarter. So we've got another turnover. And he has been raining threes along with his teammates. Tisateski back of the iron. Long board, William Rowers secures it. 30 seconds left. Booyah. 15 seconds left. It's Lane Plemons. He's going to attempt a heat check. He answers, does Lane Plemons. My goodness, that was an NBA range. Max McClure attempted a shot. Smoky grabbed the board, and at the buzzer, there goes an attempt from half court that is off the mark. No good. 31-20 in a frenetic pace of a first quarter. Lots of threes. Franklin, though, holds on to 11-point advantage. As we head to break, stay with us. Welcome back. Smoky has it and turns it over to begin this second quarter. Panthers went 9 for 13 from downtown in that first quarter. Raylan DeZarn will trigger after the foul on Smoky Mountains, going against Custer Pringer, his first, and it's the team's first. DeZarn finds a cutting Tisateski, lost control of it. Smoky going to pick it up. Ace Pringer gives it up to a cutting Lane Clemens off the glass. 7.5 left. Just underway here in the second. William Rowers can't hit. The 14th three-pointer attempted by the Panthers. Another turnover. It's Tisateski with it. Finds DeZarn into the corner. William Rowers short with the 15th three-pointer attempted. Ace Pringer lost control out of bounds, going to stay with Smoky Mountain. In their black uniforms tonight. Lane Clemens, another heat check. Couldn't get it to go. He's hit those. That's not abnormal. Lance Parker drives, kicks in the corner. DeZarn, three, got it. The 10th three-pointer hit by the Panthers tonight. 10 of 16 from beyond the arc. Clemens gives it up to Buchanan. Buchanan back, it goes over to Clemens. Now it's Buchanan again, going to drive in. Lift a bounce pass, it's knocked out of bounds. Trying to feed Custer Pringer underneath, the 6'6" forward, or post player. They don't have him listed. He's got to be the center. They have him as a forward on here. The unofficial Max Preps roster. Hit the bottom of the backboard. It should be out of bounds, yeah. I'll go to the Panthers. .6:23 to go here in the second. DeZarn with it. Braylon. Over to Max McClure. Kicks it. DeZarn, three. No good. The 17th three-pointer attempted. 10 of 17. Now a collision, and we've got an offensive foul whistled on Ace Pringer. Now let's see that again. There we go, Phillip. See this here. He caught the tail end of it there. I guess he set his feet, did William Rowers. He just ran into him. 6:01 to go here in the second. Pringer, Ace Pringer that is, picks up his first. That's the second whistled on Smoky as Tisateski has it. Off of a ball screen, Tisateski can't get it to go from downtown. 18th three attempted. Custer Pringer deep in the corner. Double team, lifts a high pass, intercepted Will Rowers. Rowers out of control. They're going to whistle a foul. As he tried to get an attempt up, he did. And the trailing official whistled a personal foul on Smoky Mountain. So 2 shots upcoming for William Rowers. And Rowers hits the first. Ty Howard going to check in for Coach Thomas Young. And Smoky Mountain also looks like DeZarn going to check back in. Max McClure going to take a seat for Coach Doug Clemens. Do want to mention congratulations to Doug Clemens on winning his 600th as a coach. Offensive rebound. Lance Parker couldn't get it to go. Another steal. Braylon DeZarn can't get it. Lance Parker comes out with it, gives it up. Teske. Three! Got it! "11 of 19 from downtown." Unbelievable. Full timeout called by Coach Thomas Young and the Smoky Mountain Mustangs as the Panthers take a 38-22 lead in this second quarter. We'll keep it here as we'll show the conference standings once again. We're talking about that conference tournament that is upcoming. You see the conference standings. East Henderson is a freight train rolling down the track, and I don't know if anybody's going to be able to stop it, at least in conference, as they are 21-0 coming into tonight's action and 9-0 in the conference. Got a game tonight, Friday night, and then most of the other teams in the conference have another night of basketball, which would be next Tuesday. And then the conference tournament begins on the 14th, which is next Friday. The Panthers' regular season is over on Friday. That's why the game totals aren't exactly the same. Quickly, here's the schedule you see upcoming. So out of the timeout, Smoky has it. Custer Pringer looks to get it in. Does to Walliser. Jason Walliser quickly will give it back to Pringer. Walliser lifts a high pass. He'll feed Pringer, and he gets fouled. Custer Pringer in the paint gets it knocked away, but a reach-in foul on Franklin. Looks like it's going to be Braylon DeZarn, his second. Just the first here, second half on the Panthers. 5:06 left. No shots. Noah Brannon going to check back in. Looks like DeZarn going to take a seat. Ace Springer gets it into Custer. His shot wouldn't go. Rebound Noah Brannon. Now Attic Sutton runs the point. He's checked in for Coach Doug Clemens. First time we've seen Attic Sutton. Jack Teske to fade away from the elbow. Pringer dishes into the corner. Now a steal and a whistle. Foul upcoming on Eli Snyder, who has checked into the game out of the timeout. Eli Snyder will pick up his first, and it's the fourth. Whistled against Smoky Mountain Mustangs in the second quarter. They thought it was the fifth. They were heading to the line, weren't they? But it's just the fourth, so just inbounds, it'll come. Jack calls out the offense. High pass over to Brannon. Noah, difficulty. Finds Sutton. Now to Lance Parker, short. Max McClure with the rebound. Now Sutton issues, kicks. McClure had it, ran into Sutton. He picks it back up. Addicts. Out to Noah Brannon, driving in, kicking. Sutton's open. Sutton can't join the three party. A stick back, Noah Brannon. Athletic move to get that one up and off the glass. And on the other end, we've got another collision and another offensive foul going against Smoky Mountain. That one's going to be the fifth, and we'll have us a player control foul, so no shots, but that was on Custer Pringer, his second. Max McClure calling out the offense. Under 4 minutes left, 3:45 to go. Teske, three, got it! 12 of 20 from downtown now, the Panthers. Pringer to the hole, off the glass. Custer Pringer with the bucket. The Panthers have been able to control the 6'6" Custer Pringer so far. Able to get position that time and make his way to the basket. Lance Parker open. Wouldn't go. Got his own rebound, though. Kicks it out. Teske. Short. Long board. Lance Parker finds Sutton. Kicks it over. McClure Long board. And Custer Pringer comes out with it. Pringer to the hole. Count it and one for Custer Pringers. Attic Sutton tried to hold his position. He moved at the last second. Moved into position. That was a good call. Attic Sutton picks up his first second on the Panthers. Subs coming in for Coach Doug Clemens. Peyton Hervey checks in. As mentioned, Doug Clemens won his 600th career victory this past Friday night against North Henderson. And one is up and good. Three-point play is completed by Custer Pringer. We've got a whistle and a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. Coach Doug Clemens has been coaching since 1983. And last broadcast, I was mistaken. I was given the wrong information by Blair and Becca. We talked before the game, and they told me that he coached at Smoky or at Silva Webster, but it's actually Cullowhee. He began his career at Cullowhee. He was a Cullowhee Rebel. And then when Cullowhee and Silva Webster combined to make Smoky Mountain High School, he was the head coach for Smoky Mountain the inaugural season, 88, and actually coached Jay and Josh Brooks, who, of course, Panther fans know very well. Head coach and used to be athletic director, Jay Brooks. He's still, I think he's over there running the clock. You see him up in the top corner of your screen there. And then in 94 came to Franklin and was here for the Panthers until the early 2010s. Came back in 2017. So he's been around for a long time. And winning 600 is a tremendous accomplishment. Corner three! Peyton Hervey gets his name into the scoring column. Why not? At the 21st, I think. Lost count now. 21st attempt. The 12th, the 13th three made. That's right. Offensive foul underneath. Ben Brown going to pick up the offensive foul. Shane Buchanan going to check in off the bench for Coach Thomas Young and the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. 48 points for the Panthers, and we're approaching 2 minutes left. Only hit 13 threes. We'll get close to 50. And we got a traveling violation on Peyton Hervey, who drug his foot before he dribbled that basketball. We'll stop the clock. Minute 54 left. Coming up at the half, we're going to have the Macon Middle School basketball teams, both the girls and the boys teams, won the Blue Ridge Conference Championship last Thursday. The girls defeated Smoky Mountain Middle. The boys defeated Canton Middle at home last Thursday. Another foul here. So they're going to honor them at the half of this game. They're going to parade them out, and we'll have a few words said about their accomplishments. I want to stick around for that. Inbounds pass, knocked away, and picked up by Custer Pringer. Find Buchanan, who kicks it out to Pringer. Three, got it. Custer Pringer from the corner. The 6'6" junior able to hit from way out. Max McClure able to get the bucket to go to make it an even 50 for the Panthers. Minute 15 left. Buchanan with it. Shane picks up his dribble, finds Jay Stillwell. Stillwell into the corner it goes. Ace Pringer to find Buchanan. Buchanan drives in, or check that. That was Stillwell drove in. He couldn't get it to go. Max McClure, a three, wouldn't go. Got his own rebound. Goes back up, hit the top of the backboard, and that'll be out of bounds. .9 seconds left in the second quarter. Ace Pringer Harassed by Max McClure. Finds Custer. Custer finds Stillwell. Chase gives it up. Nice move by Lane Plemons. Attic Sutton has it. Down to 10 seconds. Max McClure going to back it out. Between the leg dribble, going to attack the hole. Max got the roll. Could have called offensive goaltending as like Rowers is in the net. We're at the half. 52-32. Franklin with the advantage by 20 over the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. It was a lot closer in Silva. Back a couple of weeks ago, the cheerleaders will perform first, I've been told, and then we'll have the halftime presentation honoring the Macon Middle School boys and girls basketball team. We can't play the music because it's copyrighted, so I'll try to talk over the cheerleading performance here. I think that's Travis Scott. That's one of your favorites, Philip. We talked about this song a couple of months ago. It's copyrighted. We can't play it, so I'll try to cover it up here as you watch the cheerleaders perform. YouTube will flag us. Facebook maybe will take down our stream, so we don't want that to happen. You can't watch the second half. Panthers came out, I believe the final total was 23 attempts from downtown. We'll get the first half stats here in a moment from Byron McClure. But we'll have to check that, Mark. But that is unbelievable. Like 13 threes were made for the Panthers. And when you make that many threes, you'll get quickly to 50 points. And that's where we stand here for the Panthers, 52-32. The Smoky Mountain Mustangs able to muster 32 points in that first half. And Custer Pringer got rolling there late, had a couple of buckets. Cheerleaders are just about over their performance, and we'll have the Macon Middle School basketball team paraded out and honored for their accomplishment, winning the Blue Ridge Athletic Conference Championship.
Cheerleaders. Thank you. Panther fans, we have a special recognition at halftime. If the Macon Middle School boys and girls basketball team would come on out. Ladies and gentlemen, the future of Panther basketball. The Macon Middle School girls with a 13-3 record and your Blue Ridge Athletic Conference champions. Your Macon Middle School boys basketball, a 12-4 record, and 4 out of the last 5 years, your Blue Ridge Athletic Conference champions. One more big round of applause for both these teams on excellent seasons.
Definitely congratulations. That is a tremendous accomplishment. All right, we're going to head off to break, and we've got another edition of Panther Tracks on the way in just a few moments. Stay with us.
It's the biggest event of the year in Franklin. The 11th annual 80s Flashback Weekend returns to downtown. Friday, August 1st, it's the sounds of Hall & Oates with Big Bam Boom. And then Saturday, August 2nd, 80s Nation returns to rock the stage. All to benefit Shriners Children's Greenville. Find us on Facebook for more information. It's time now for Panther Tracks, a look back at the storied history of Franklin High School athletics.
I felt like we had a good team, but I felt so strongly I was pushing too hard. Our practices were too long, and that was one of the things I realized There were a few other things, and they were all pretty quiet. I mean, very quiet while I talked to them. I don't remember much else I said to them, but I did say, I believe in you, and I hope you believe in yourselves. And I said, now the coaches, all the coaches, we're going down to the practice field and we're going to wait on you. But you all need to talk and decide as a group what you want to do. How good do you want to be? But I make a commitment to you. We're going to get off that practice field within an hour and a half from the beginning of warm-ups to whatever. And we were going 2.5 hours. It was just too much. The coaches are down there, and here they come trotting down the field with athletic tape with "I believe" on the front of their helmets. Well, we lost the next game to Swain. It was a home game, and that's what made us 1-3. Losing to Silva made us 1-2. We had lost to Robbinsville and had beaten Andrews. Technically, condition-wise, we could play with anybody, I felt like. We didn't have the numbers. Our backfield outweighed our line, average. So it was kind of, we were sort of an odd looking team to begin with. One of the things that what kept going around in my head is, how can we make this more fun? And some of the players have said that about Coach Dyer decided we could have more fun. I didn't say those words to them, but it's what I thought and what they picked up. And one of the things that we decided to do, we had a really strong kicking program. Ricky Mashburn, as a place kicker and a punter, I mean, I don't know what the national high school records are and all, but he was as good as you could ever hope for a high school kicker. But we did like everybody. We got in the huddle and broke the huddle and came up, put the tee down, guy held it, kicked it. So we decided, what if we ever needed to go for 2 points? We could line up and just run our regular offense. So I came up with this thing of splitting the left end way out to the left for an extra point, putting all the other linemen there, having the center and the holder and the kicker. So that's 4 on that side and 7 over here. The other 2 backs or the other 1 back is that. We put that in about the middle of the season, and they were having fun with it. And it was driving the other schools crazy because if they hadn't seen it. Well, when we went to Swain and you had to win that game, back then, if you didn't win your conference, you didn't make the playoffs. So we had to beat Swain the last regular season game at Swain. And again, parents and people that were at the game told me this later, that when we lined up and I always told the referees, now when we kick an extra point, let them know what was going on. We lined up the first time we scored, they snapped it straight back to Ricky Mashburn, and he ran to the left. Eddie Renault was the split end. He got his block, and he ran and got the 2 points. But people told me later on that the people on the other side of the field from Swain were screaming, "You can't do that. That's illegal. They were yelling at the referees about, throw the flag, you can't do that." And of course, it was perfectly legal what we did. It was a slow-moving wheel. It didn't happen overnight. But by the time we hit the playoffs, and having been at Pisgah, the years I was there, we made the playoffs every year and a couple of times won the state. But one of the things you learn when you get into the playoffs, it's important in the regular season, but in the playoffs, it's more important because, and I'm talking about mental preparation, reminding the team of who they are and those kinds of things. But mental preparation, watching film, having the other teams play, because you're playing people that, it's not like playing Murphy every year or Swain every year or anybody every year where you become familiar with what they do if they keep the same coaching staff. It's a different ball game in the playoffs. So mental preparation has to get elevated.
And that's been Panther Tracks. Stay tuned to FPSN as we look back at Panther Athletics.
Welcome back. Both teams are back out of the locker room, and it's actually getting a little rowdy right below us. Panthers up by 20, 52-32 over the Smoky Mountain Mustangs, looking to make it a season sweep over the Mustangs and keep pace of the conference. Got some halftime stats, by the way. This is unbelievable. Franklin shooting 54% from three-point land, 13 for 24. 4 players in double figures: Rowers, Tisateski, McClure, and DeZarn. 11 for DeZarn, McClure with 12, Tisateski with 11, and he didn't play the first 4 minutes of the ball game. And Rowers also didn't play the first 4 minutes of the ball game as all the seniors started. He had 12 points in that first half. Noah Brandon kicks it. Will Rowers, 3. Begins how the first half began. That's the second half. Pringer lost it. DeZarn lets his teammates catch up, get some help. Now he's going to attack on Pringer, kicks it out. Rowers for 3. Got it, back-to-back jacks from downtown. Now 18 points for Rowers. Custer Pringer to the hole. He got it to go. Rowers spins. Can't get the roll. Pringer with the rebound. Ball intercepted. Tisateski. He's not going to attempt on Pringer. Going to give it up to DeZarn from downtown now. And on the rebound, a whistle and a foul on Will Rowers. Well, the first on Rowers. It's also the first here in the second half for the Panthers. Buchanan kicks almost knocked away, and it's going to be recovered by the Mustangs. That one's in the air, and it's going to be taken away by Noah Brandon. Brandon off the glass. Three ball by Ace Pringer wouldn't go. Rowers with the rebound. Finds Tisateski. Tisateski picked up at the center court line. Going to give it up to Noah Brandon. Brandon tried to drive in. I think he wanted to dunk that one. He got fouled. Noah Brandon will be at the line. First on Smoky. First, make that the second on Ace Pringer. Brandon to the charity stripe. Got a whistle and a timeout on the floor. Coach Thomas Young wants to talk it over. He's going to call a quick 30-second timeout. And he's going to talk things over with his troops. Got a game tomorrow night, do the Panthers, and we'll have it here on the network. Swain County. It'll be youth basketball night, Macon County Rec League basketball night. So if you wear your jersey, if you're one of the Rec League players, wear your jersey, get in free. And I don't know if they're going to do it this year. They've done it in the past where you could come out onto the floor. They'll parade you out and honor you and all that. I don't know if they're going to do that or not. I'm just saying that's happened in the past. So if you're a youth Rec League basketball player, we'll see some basketball tomorrow night. Come on out. You'll get in free. You can enjoy Swain County and Franklin. It's a full slate of games beginning at 4 o'clock. JV at 4 and 5, and then the varsity start at 6:30. And any of the games you can get in for free with your jersey. So you could come at 4 o'clock and stay until you fall asleep here. About 10 o'clock or so. They'll probably get over with. What is it? Almost 9 o'clock now. So we'll get out of here before 10 o'clock tonight. Noah Brandon can't hit the first. That's tomorrow night. We'll have action here on the network. Honor Doug Clemens with a nice commemorative, I don't exactly know what you call it. It's a belt, I think, something like that. Has 600, not really a trophy, winning 600 career games last Friday. Corner, Desarn gives it up. Tisateski, 3, got it. #16th 3 hit by the Panthers. Smoky tries to answer, and they do. Ben Brown hits it from downtown. 5.5 left. Well, Rowers. Good golly. Making Steph Curry jealous tonight. My goodness. Almost a steal. Corner 3. Ben Brown couldn't hit. Custer Pringer gets stripped as he goes up. Late whistle. Foul on Smoky Mountain. Is it on Pringer? Ace Springer going to pick it up. Walliser and Bowd check in. Eli Bowd and Jason Walliser in for Thomas Young and the Mustangs. 5 minutes left. Tisateski. It would not go. Walliser kicks it. Buchanan, 3 wouldn't go. Rebound Bowd, and then his pass stolen away. Off to Braylon Desarn. He gets fouled as both Desarn and Shane Buchanan go hard into that padding behind the net. Desarn at the line for a couple. Back of the iron with the first. Foul on Shane Buchanan, his first. Third on Smoky. With 4:42 left. As we cross the top of the hour of 9 o'clock, glad that you're with us. 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Second shot up and good. I'm George Young alongside our fantastic FPSN crew, including Philip Angel, our executive producer. Joshua Chastain and Spencer on cameras tonight, doing a fine job. If you're looking for the senior night festivities, you tuned in late, had it between the girls and the boys game. Pringer gets his shot blocked. Tisateski picks it up. Outlet pass. Noah Brannon jams it home. That was a touch pass by Tisateski. Noah Brannon showing he can hop. It's a steal. Brannon again has it and gets fouled. Be the fourth on Smoky. No shots here. One more to give. Got some subs coming in for Thomas Young. Snyder checks in, along with, I believe, Jay Stillwell comes into the ball game. Desarn, he faked a 3 in this game. Wouldn't surprise me. Noah Brannon stepped on the baseline. 3:49 left. Open 3 off the mark. Jay Stillwell. Panthers come out with it. 3:40 left. Noah Brannon. Finds Tisateski. Tisateski gives it back to Noah. Noah gets hacked. And he'll be at the line. That'll be the 5th on Smoky. 2 shots upcoming for Noah Brannon. Senior on senior night is Noah. 69-37. Franklin has taken control of this ball game and has not looked back. Free throw line has not been their best friend tonight. It's about the only thing that has gone wrong. Coach Doug Clemens' bunch. Ben Brown checks in for Thomas Young and the Smoky Mountain Mustangs. Lance Parker going to check in next. Dead ball as that one is off the mark. Ace Springer gives it up. Top of the key. 3 would not go. Smoky got the rebound. It's Clemens, a 3, wouldn't go. Max McClure with the rebound, almost got stripped. Into the front court, it's Braylon Desarn. Desarn to the hole. Couldn't get it. Ace Springer got his pocket picked. Outlet pass, Max McClure. Wouldn't go. Ace Springer some trouble, gets it back, drives in. Can't get the roll. Noah Brandon with the rebound, and he gets hit. And a foul on Smoky. The one against Eli Snyder, going to be his second for the sophomore. Noah Brandon will be at the line, as said, as the 16th foul. And over the limit are the Mustangs with 2:41 left here in the third. 69-37. First shot up and good for Noah Brandon. Custer Pringer checks back into the game for Thomas Young and his Mustangs. It's going to be Wallizer that'll take a seat. Lance Parker due to check in if this free throw is made. Parker comes in for Noah Brandon. We've got a whistle and we've got a timeout. Going to be a 30-second timeout. Coach Doug Clemens. He wants to talk it over. And having a 71-37 advantage, I'm sure that talk is pretty lively and happy in that huddle over there. It's totally different than the first meeting between these two teams as it went down to the wire. Franklin ended up winning 63-60, trailed deep into the fourth quarter. About midway, took a lead. But tonight it's just been 3 after 3 after 3 going up. Ace Springer brings it up. He gives it up. The Custer Pringer now, and Custer in the lane. Count it, and one. Max McClure picks up just his first foul, and that's just the second whistled on Franklin here in this third quarter. 2:28 left at the line is Custer Pringer. And he gets the first, or the only one. That was a quick horn. Glad it went in. Peyton Hervey going to check in. Jack sees the test. He takes a seat. Looks like Attic Sutton now going to get off the bench and check in for Coach Doug Clemens. Sutton into the front court working on Custer Pringer. Finds Will Rowers. Rowers driving, kicking. Hervey, 3 wouldn't go. Battle for the board, and it's Springer coming out with it. It's going to hit the top of the backboard. Be out of bounds as the 3 ball went up. Shane Buchanan wouldn't go. Eli Snyder takes a seat. J.J. Jackson going to check into the game for Smoky Mountain as Sutton brings it up across that timeline. Under 2 minutes left, third quarter. We've got a whistle. What happened here? I have no idea. Now, one of the officials is talking to Thomas Young, Smoky Mountain head coach. I don't know. He doesn't look pleased. What? I really don't know. Okay, whatever. They're going to have some free throw shots. Well, I thought they were. Okay. No idea. Wish I had we had a sideline reporter like Duke Basketball Radio. They've got a sideline person sitting on the bench. Did you know that? Yeah, they do. Carolina might too. First shot up and good. Got to figure out what's going on. Give us a sideline report. What the heck is going on? Right before the stoppage, Doug Clemens went over to the official and was pointing. And then right after the official came over, he stopped play. Minute 39 to go as that one heads out of bounds off of a Panther. Smoky resets. That one's knocked away and is stolen away by Will Rowers. That one slapped around by Pringer, picked up by the Panthers. It's Will Rowers in the corner for a three that won't go. Stick back up and good for Lance Parker. Underneath shot, no good for Ace Pringer, but he was fouled. Got some shots upcoming for Ace Pringer. 68 seconds left, third quarter, 74-40. Panthers by 34. Ace Pringer at the line. First one up and good is Aaron Bravo going to check in for the Panthers. Got some subs coming in for Thomas Young and the Mustangs. Looks like it's going to be Ben Brown and Eli Bowd. And will come off the bench. One more for Pringer. He gets the second to go with 68 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Attic Sutton finds Bravo outside the arc. Over to Sutton. Kicks Will Rowers. 43 seconds left. Hervey drives in, pulls up, can't get it. Rebound, Smoky Mountain underneath. It was Eli Bowd that secured the rebound and got fouled. Fourth on Franklin, 36.2 seconds left. Looks like Peyton Hervey picked up the foul. No, Lance Parker did. 20. Feet underneath, too tough, went through the hands of Jackson. Will Rowers brings it up, gives it up. It's Sutton. 18 seconds left. Sutton finds Parker. He's open. Free throw line. Got fouled. Shot no good. It'll be Lance Parker at the charity stripe. J.J. Jackson picks up his second foul. Lance Parker for two at the stripe. Back of the iron with the first. They'll get one more. Ten seconds left. Pringer picks up his dribble, then fires, finds Jackson. Jackson just a desperation heave. It's knocked out of bounds. They're going to stay with the Mustangs with 2.8 seconds left. At the buzzer. You kind of expected that to go, the way things have been going for the Panthers offensively tonight. 3 quarters in the books, 75-42. Panthers rolling away with this one. We'll take a break. Stay with us. Fourth quarter about to begin here at the Panther Den. Franklin with a commanding 75-42 advantage over the Mustangs. They'll have possession with the Mustangs out of the timeout between quarters. It'll be Pringer, Ace Pringer, that'll have it. Picks up his dribble. He'll kick it over into the corner. Custer will bring it out, then dribble it. We'll say last touch by Lance Parker. Dribble it off of Parker. Ace off a ball screen. Lost control of it. Heaves it. Eventually picked up by Bravo. Off to Hervey. High off the glass. No. Lance Parker had it briefly. Picked up J.J. Jackson. Got a feed up court. Custer Pringer off the glass. Smoky Mountain has 3 ball games left. They got a busy week this week, just like the Panthers. Tomorrow night, traveling, or actually Thursday night, traveling to North Henderson to take on the Knights, and then at home Friday to take on Tuscola, and then hit the road on Tuesday, the 11th, to take on the conference leading and undefeated East Henderson Eagles. Snyder, along with Clemens, check back into the game for Coach Thomas Young and the Mustangs. 3 games left after tonight for the Mustangs. Will Rowers, deep 3. Good golly. He was nearly on the bench. Back to live action as we've got a foul underneath as Panthers stole it away, and then you saw the heave that whistle had blown. That one's going against Rowers, his second. And the first on Franklin. Smoky will now reset underneath their own bench, or underneath their own basket, that is. And it goes to Custer Pringer. Jackson falls down. They call offensive foul? They did. Wow, okay. An offensive foul on J.J. Jackson. That'll be his 3rd. Sutton finds Hervey. Hervey going to feed in the paint. Bravo then finds Lance Parker, who's open on the elbow. He wouldn't go. Smoky quickly down court. It's Pringer. Pulls up. Wouldn't go. Attic Sutton with the rebound. Outlet pass up court. It's Hervey off the glass. Hayden Hervey, the junior, with a bucket. A 3, up and good. That's Ben Brown with the trifecta. Both teams are not shy of doing just that, jacking threes. Wouldn't go. Lance Parker grabbed the rebound, and then he got it knocked away. It's going to stay with the Panthers. Ace Springer along with Ty Howard will check in for Smoky Mountain, and Coach Doug Clemens going to empty his bench. We've got Gunnar McConnell, who's going to trigger, who's checked in, along with Jake Pendergrass. C.J. Ingert also has checked in, and Nolan Collins into the ball game. It is Bravo with it. He'll kick it over to Gunnar McConnell quickly. Back to Bravo. Bravo dribbling, finding Pendergrass. Over to C.J. Ingert. McConnell with it, swings it into the corner. It's Collins. Three, got it. Nolan Collins adds to the 3-point total tonight. Good golly. This has been an unbelievable night from downtown. Both teams have been jacking those threes. Smoky lost it out of control, out of bounds. And we've got a whistle and a timeout called by Smoky Mountain. And it's going to be a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. Again, conference tournament's coming up here, the conference standings. Number 1 seed gets a bye in the first round. That's almost a given. It's going to be East Henderson. The number 2, number 3, and number 4 seeds get a home playoff game in the first round, which will be February 14th, Valentine's night. At this point, unless things change, it'll be Franklin, North Henderson, and Smoky Mountain getting first-round home games next Friday night. Smoky, West, Tuscola hitting the road, and North Henderson will have first-round bye. And then whoever's able to win in the first round will advance to the semifinals, which will be right here at the Panther Den on February the 18th. There's a lot of conference basketball left. You've got 3 conference games left for Smoky Mountain. North, Tuscola, and East, and Franklin has 1 conference game left. That's Friday night in Mills River against West Henderson. It's a steal. Smoky Mountain comes out with it. Brown had it. Now he gets it back. He jacks, can't hit. Bravo with the rebound. Aaron Bravo going to bring it up. Gunnar McConnell gives it up. And finds Pendergrass now to Collins. Now Bravo has it. Gets triple teamed. Somehow able to go up. Can't get the bucket. Fight for the board. Here comes Smoky. Lane Plemons high off the glass. Issues in the backcourt, and we've got a foul on Gunnar McConnell. Well, this was a packed house when we began this game, but you can see it across the way. A lot of folks have decided that we're going to head on to the house. It's a school night. As this one has really not been close, unlike the previous matchup. Ace Springer moves it up. Back in the corner it goes. It's a 3. Pringer. Ace Springer able to get the 3-pointer to go down. Stop the bleeding briefly for Smoky. Pendergrass tries to answer it. He can't. Rebound, Walliser. Jason Walliser brings it up, gives it over to Ace Springer. Ace in the corner finds Walliser, then it's on the deck. Who wants it? It's knocked out. Last touched. That's Smoky. They'll say it was Eli Bow that touched it last. Gunnar McConnell will find Pendergrass. Underneath it goes McConnell. And Gunnar McConnell able to get position underneath and somehow get that bucket to go. Look at that. Got a lot of contact, too. 3:07 left. Are going to count that? No, they're not. Say it was on the floor. Foul going against Franklin. Pendergrass picks up the foul. His first, his third on Franklin. And it goes inbounds. Nice play. Eli Bowd gets the bucket. Ingert finds Pendergrass into the corner. It's Collins' three off the mark. High dish up to Walliser. Walliser feeds underneath. There's a collision and a foul going against Franklin. It looks like it'll be Jarrett Jones. That'll be heading to the line for Smoky Mountain. Ingert going to pick up his first, fourth on Franklin with 2:39 left. Got more basketball action on the network coming up tomorrow night, so we invite you to make plans to join us. Around 6:30 or so, we'll be on with the girls varsity and then the boys to follow. Looks like the seniors going to check back in for Coach Doug Clemens for the final 2:39 here in the fourth quarter on senior night. And if you did tune in late looking for the senior night festivities, how invigorating they are, well, you can go back and watch into the girls' game, beginning with the boys' game, that break, which was about 30 minutes, 30-minute break there. And all the festivities will be able to be viewed anytime on YouTube or Facebook. I'm going to go back and watch it. Noah Brannon will find Max McClure, who swings it over. Braylon DeZarn finds the errant pass, holds it high. Noah Brannon, I think, traveled with it. No, they'll say he got bumped. Okay. Eli Bowd picks it up for Smoky. Third on the Mustangs. Inbound stolen away. Buchanan lost control of it. McClure. Find Tristan Gibbs. Gibbs quickly will find Braylon. Now the Czar going to give it up. They're just going to see if they can get it to a couple of the guys that not gotten a lot of playing time this season as seniors. Final minute 40. All seniors on the floor for Coach Doug Clemens. Going to pick up his 601 victory. That is amazing. Shot wouldn't go from downtown for Tristan Gibbs. Got his own rebound. The teardrop. In the lane, it's Stillwell that'll be fouled. A couple of shots for Stillwell upcoming. First shot up and good. See, Aiden Kelly is going to check in, looks like, for Coach Thomas Young in Smoky Mountain. Second shot up coming for Jay Stillwell, and it rolls in. Looks like Coach Young also empty his bench. Josh Vineyard, who is on the floor, along with Walliser and Minnie Kelly. I got a whistle and a foul with 61 seconds left. Glad you have stuck around for the final in this one, as we got a minute and 1 second left. Appreciate you tuning in, supporting us here on the Franklin Panther Sports Network. Shots upcoming for Brennan Cabe as the foul is whistled on Stillwell. That'll be his third. Cabe gets his name in the scoring column. With that free throw, he'll get one more. Back of the iron, Max McClure grabs the rebound. 3-ball would not fall for Gibbs. Another offensive rebound. They'll find Brendan Cabe underneath. It wouldn't go. Coming out with it is Kelly. Kelly couldn't get it. Offensive board. It wouldn't go for Walliser. Smoky somehow able to grab it again. It's Walliser. Free throw line. And that one would not go. Max McClure. They'll shoot it up court. We're down to 24 seconds. Noah Brannon. Find Tristan Gibbs. He's going to attempt from downtown. It's short. And we got a whistle and a foul. So we'll head to the other end and have some free throw shots. They get that one too. Desarn? Yeah. Braylon Desarn. His fourth foul. Jay Stillwell. First shot. They get one more. That one wouldn't go. Noah Brannon with the board. Braylon Desarn backs it out. And that'll do it. That one wouldn't go at the buzzer. And it's a final here at the Panther Den. 88-57. Franklin advances their overall mark to 17-4 and 9-2 in the Mountain 7 Conference. Smoky falls to 10-11 under 500 and 3-6 in the Mountain 7 Conference. And Coach Doug Clemens wins his 601 ball game as a head coach. Unbelievable. We'll honor him tomorrow night. Invite you to join us for more basketball here on the network. Tomorrow night, 6:30 or so, we'll be on the air for the girls varsity and the boys to follow. The honoring of Doug will happen right before the boys varsity game. Also have Athlete of the Month that we will honor as well, and we'll debut the feature on the Athlete of the Month for February tomorrow night. So a lot to come this week. We appreciate you tuning in tonight. Our thanks to our fantastic camera operators tonight, Spencer and Joshua Chastain. For Philip Angel, our executive producer, all involved, I'm George Young. Till tomorrow night, so long, everybody.